Welcome to the Daily Threat, your source for the latest in cybersecurity news. Today is Friday, March 31st, 2023. My name is Your Name, and I'll be guiding you through the stories that matter to you, our valued audience. Before we dive into today's stories, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon to receive notifications of our latest content. This episode is brought to you by QIT Solutions, a leading provider of IT and cybersecurity solutions for businesses of all sizes. Now, let's jump into the stories. Our first story comes from The Verge and is centered around a security exploit affecting Microsoft Azure, Bing, and Office 365. The attackers have discovered a way to inject malicious code into search results, making users of these platforms vulnerable to data breaches and other risks. The attackers gained access to these platforms by exploiting a previously unknown vulnerability in the back-end systems that manage search functionality. By injecting malicious code into search results, the attackers can gain unauthorized access to user accounts, sensitive data, and in some cases, even control over the user's device. This attack is particularly dangerous as it targets businesses and organizations that rely on Microsoft's suite of productivity tools. The risks posed by this exploit include data breaches, loss of sensitive information, and reputational damage for affected organizations. In order to protect against this attack, businesses are advised to follow best practices such as applying patches and updates as soon as they become available, implementing strong access controls, and educating employees about the importance of cybersecurity. Microsoft is currently working on a fix for the vulnerability, and users should be vigilant for any updates or patches released by the company. Our second story today comes from JD Supra and concerns the healthcare provider, Majestic, which recently filed a notice of a data breach affecting its patients. The breach occurred when an unauthorized party gained access to an employee's email account, potentially exposing sensitive patient data. This data includes names, social security numbers, addresses, and medical information. It is unclear how the attacker gained access to the email account, but it is suspected that the employee fell victim to a phishing attack. The risks posed by this breach are significant, as the stolen data could be used for identity theft, fraud, and other malicious activities. In response to this incident, Majestic has taken several steps to mitigate the impact of the breach, including providing credit monitoring and identity protection services to affected individuals and implementing additional security measures to protect against future attacks. To prevent similar breaches in the future, businesses and organizations should consider implementing multi-factor authentication, providing regular cybersecurity training to employees, and implementing strict access controls for sensitive data. Our final story for today is from InfoSecurity magazine and reports that approximately 70% of employees keep their work passwords on sticky notes, digital notes, or other easily accessible formats. This practice poses a significant risk to businesses as it makes it easier for attackers to gain unauthorized access to sensitive information and systems. Employees should be encouraged to use password managers, which securely store and encrypt passwords, reducing the risk of unauthorized access. In addition to using password managers, businesses should implement strong password policies, including requiring complex and unique passwords for all accounts. Organizations should also provide regular training and reminders for employees about the importance of securing their passwords and using best practices for password management. To further enhance password security, companies should consider implementing multi-factor authentication, MFA, on all systems and applications. This adds an additional layer of protection, requiring users to provide more than just their password to access their accounts. In conclusion, today's cybersecurity landscape is constantly evolving, and businesses must remain vigilant in protecting their data and systems. Following best practices, staying informed about the latest threats, and investing in employee education are critical steps to minimize the risks posed by cyber attacks. Remember, if you'd like to read any of these stories in full detail, visit the links in the show notes. As we wrap up today's episode, remember to subscribe to the Daily Threat for the latest updates on cybersecurity news. By staying informed, you'll be better prepared to protect your organization and its valuable data. A special thanks to our sponsor, QIT Solutions, for making this episode possible. For more information on their services, visit their website and discover how they can help safeguard your business from cyber threats. Once again, thank you for tuning in to the Daily Threat. Stay safe and secure, and we'll see you in the next episode.